Mason Frank, ginormous sack.
Looking for Malloy. Touchdown, Jesuits. Finn Button Malloy. Head off to Lombardo. Gets free. Down the sideline. Touchdown, Jesuits.
Oh my gosh. Check, check, check. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Rafferty Stadium for tonight's interstate matchup between the Fairfield Prep Jesuits and the visiting Bishop Hendricken Hawks coming out of Rhode Island. I am Phineas Wright alongside tonight with my partner Tommy Berry, and Tommy should be a good one as these two interstate rivals. Or could we call them rivals? We'll see as the game plays out tonight. But Tommy, how are you feeling as the captains walk out right now with this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, the matchups here for this game are going to be a lot different from our previous games this year. They have a very run-heavy offense, and we have a very talented pass rushing, but we haven't been challenged in the pass rushing game as we have. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Fairfield Prep is actually going to do against this absolutely disgusting Bishop Hendrickson Hawks running game.
Yeah, I mean, the running back for the Hawks tonight, Jeremy Seedy, averages 8.3 yards a carry. I mean, that is just monster numbers. That's Ginty type numbers from the Hawks and Seedy.
Yeah, definitely. And you're definitely going to be hearing me say, yeah. Oh, but here we look at the coin toss. And we're going to find out the result here soon. Here we're getting the result. Of this said coin toss here.
Yeah, if you could hear over the loudspeakers, had a couple special guests with the coin toss for the Jesuits tonight.
Yeah, today joining us for the coin toss are two Fairfield Prep alums from the C program. Stud tackle Anthony McKinney graduated in 1992 and went on to play tight end for UConn and later joined the Vikings, Packers, Lions, and the Rain Fire of the NFL Europe League. We also have Dee McCarthy, who graduated in 2001 and played offensive tackle for your Fairfield Prep Jesuits. Dean and Anthony are part of Fairfield Prep's alumni of Color Network, which aims to support past and present seed students to ensure that the Brotherhood can strive for years to come. And I will be cut short, and we will head to the national anthem.
Let's hear it for the Fairfield Prep Pep Band under the direction of Dan Hortzman.
Great anthem there once again from the Fairfield Prep's own pep band. As now we get ready for this game between these interstate opponents. Gets ready to begin. And Tommy, the Jesuits, especially on the defensive side of things, are going to be a little light today with
a lot of injuries.
With some injuries, losses of two key defensive players tonight. Number 7, Ray Ferranti, is out after surgery. And number 43, Lucas Elliott, is out with an ankle injury suffered from previous game.
Yeah, and Ray's a very, very big safety, which would have helped a lot, which would have helped tremendously in this very rushing heavy game, where we're going to need our secondary to step up at times whenever our middle linebackers and defensive line aren't able to basically take down a train.
Because if Seidy's going to break through the defensive line, like you just said, Tommy, those safeties and cornerbacks are going to have to be there to give help for that for the defensive side.
Yeah, and just pick up the slack here, and but the Jesuits are going to be kicking this off. We have two of the returners, number 26, Jabari Jackson, and it seems like number 3, Isaiah Burrito. Ooh.
Ben Cornelius now with the kick to start this matchup. And that kick, pretty straight line there, drills it to the back of the end zone. And the Bishop Hendricken offense will come out for their first drive of the game. And leading them is, of course, Jeremy Seedy.
Yeah, week by week, we've seen the kicks getting farther and farther back as they get drilled farther and farther from this junior sensation, Ben Cornelius. And, I mean, his work in the punting game has also had such a big role so far in this special teams effort. So we're going to see a lot more of that, and maybe we might see a lot of it today with this insane Bishop Hendrickson team.
Yeah, and at quarterback for the Hawks is number 16, Dylan Lynch. Senior quarterback, 6'3".
Big.
Tall guy. Not much trouble seeing over his offensive line here as first play on 1st and 10. Of course, they're going to give it off to Seedy as he goes to the right, breaks through, and great gain there.
Yeah, great run there from Seedy, and that sort of goes along with his 8.3 yards per carry there. Very big run there from Seedy.
Yeah, looks like on that one it was about 8-9 yards. So continuing that average, and he looks to continue that average as the game commences. But now 2nd and 1 for the Hawks. See Lynch now. Lynch, quick screen pass to his receiver. He's going to break free, try to cut back, but does get the first down. Short gain there.
Yeah, short gain there, a little bit of screen pass, check down. That is going to give Bishop Hendrickson that first down. And it seems like we're going to be seeing a lot of those check downs, just a lot in this game, especially because of this insane running offense.
Yeah, we saw in warm-ups before the game, Tommy, that Lynch can throw a deep ball if he needs to, but a lot of the passes we saw him throw, majority of them were more check down, short gains. Lynch now hands it off to Seedy. Seedy breaks through a couple tackles. I see Mason Frey in there making the tackle along with Mason Beardsworth.
Yeah, great tackle there from number 29, Mason Beardsworth. Really got low, which is very, very much needed on tackles against such a dominant runner like Seedy.
Yeah. As for the Bomb Squad, you might have heard them there on that last play getting loud. Theme tonight is, of course, our pink pledge, pink out for the Bomb Squad. Me and Tommy ourselves tried to do it a little bit. We tried the best we could.
Yeah.
I mean, might have saw us for a couple seconds early on, but we tried the best we could. And might not be great, but that's okay.
And it seems like that's a false start there on Bishop Hendrickson, bringing them back 5 yards. But, yeah, I remember last game that we commentated. I promised I would pop out in a full pink fit, but
Tommy, you've disappointed me.
Yeah, it was vaulted, to put it that way. It got passed down to other generations. So, unfortunately, I'm only wearing a semi-pink tie and a pink undershirt, which I'm going to be guessing you won't see. So, very unfortunate.
I don't know if they'd want to see that.
No.
But pink pledge in our hearts, pink pledge in spirit. As now, after that penalty, basically canceling out Seedy's run in the pass there. Two-man coverage will be incomplete. Saw Anthony Dorsey as well as Sam Barrett with the coverage.
Yeah, that was a very good read there from Anthony Dorsey, getting under and below that receiver, not allowing a quick little check down, lower pass from occurring there, which blocked up that entire receiver's vision.
Yeah, so now it's going to be 3rd and long for the Hawks here. We'll see what they come out and do. I don't know if, I mean, yes, Seedy averages 8.3 yards a gain, but I don't know if you'll trust him with 11 to go here on the 3rd down. We did see a couple deep balls from Lynch in warm-ups. We'll see if they look that way here. As Lynch. Late setup from his line there. Lynch is going to drop back. Lynch looking left, and Mason Frey gets in to make the sack.
Great sack there from the senior captain, Mason Frey, bringing that down to a 4th down and very, very long. Now we're going to have the special teams come out, and we're going to see number 36 on Bishop Hendrickson, Mr. Belford, Scott Belford, come out and show his boot, which we saw a lot in the pregame. Him and his
attempting a couple 50-yarders.
Yeah, and he actually hit them. Him and his long snapper have a lot of chemistry, as I saw the long snapper make a ton of Odell-type catches, which is a little scary. Same with
From your long
Scott.
snapper, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
But going back to that sack, great sack there from Mason Frey will help set up better field position for his offense. After this punt, high snap there. Not much chemistry on that one, and not a great boot there.
Yeah, that barely got to the 40-yard line, and they were at about the 18-yard line. So
very uncharacter-like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was actually hyping him up so much, and I'm getting a little embarrassed now because that was not the greatest kick at all, but it is going to be very great for Fairfield Prep as they are in amazing field position,
Yes.
and they have to take advantage of this field position.
Don't worry, though, Tommy. I got your back. I saw the kicks, too.
Thank you. I swear I'm not seeing things.
So now, great field position here. Jesuits on the Hendricken 42-yard line. Robbie Manning at the helm with that great receiving core that we've seen this whole season so far. You see on the near side, closest to the screen, number 1, Kyler Robinson. Next to him, number 4, Finbar Malloy. And at the far end, that's number 10, Jeremiah Langston. Manning, handoff to Lombardo on the first drive. It's going to get not much there.
Yeah, Lombardo gets about a gain of 2 yards there. Yeah, as you said, not much there. There was a lot of space there, but the defensive end there was just able to get in, weave through, and make a great tackle.
Yeah, so we'll see if that's a storyline as the game continues. If that Bishop Hendricken line looks like they did on that quick one stop, we'll see if the Jesuits offense looks for a more throw-heavy playbook today. Manning once again on 2nd and 9. He's going to look downfield for Robinson. Robinson, nice move, is open and almost hauls that in at the 10-yard line, but just bobbles it.
Yeah, great read there from Robbie Manning. You can't let Kyler Robinson one-on-one there,
No.
especially to a cornerback doing press coverage. I mean, he got dusted there, a little bit off of a throw, getting all that bad mojo out. But we're going to be seeing a lot more of that later on in the game, and Kyler is definitely going to capitalize off of it.
Yeah, and I was talking to Robbie Manning actually the other day, and he was telling me that's the speed of Kyler Robinson is just unmatched. And, I mean, you saw the speed there, break away from his man, almost hauling that one in. So look for that connection as this game goes on. As Manning now on 3rd and long. Will drop back once again, going to his right, has to scramble. Lots of speed there from that defensive end. And making the tackle is number 6, Jeremiah Seedy.
Wow,
the running back as well.
We see Seedy on both sides of the field. What a great dual threat there. And he actually used his legs there and completely hawked down Robbie Manning. And that was really good defense there, especially deep coverage when guarding Phil Malloy there in the slot, which basically prevented anything from happening.
Yeah, I mean, you even saw that breakaway speed from Seedy as well, catching up to Manning. Manning's not a particularly slow quarterback as well, so great wheels from Seedy to catch up to him and force the punt. It's Cornelius. He's going to kick that one. That's going to get a bounce. Nice bounce towards the inside the 5. And at the 4-yard line, Noel Curran, number 36, is going to stop that punt.
That was a very controlled punt there from Ben Cornelius, just taking his time there and understanding that he can't use his entire leg here or else they won't get as much yardage or as good of a field position as they would want. So very good IQ there and awareness.
Yeah, that last punt's now going to set up the Hawks all the way back in their own zone. So we see Lynch again. Lynch this time with Seedy to his left. Does give it to him. Bounces back to the left. Breaks free. Breaks free again and gets out of bounds over by the 20-yard line. Great run there from Seedy.
Yeah, really good run there from Seedy, being able to use that breakaway speed.
Oh, wait, my mistake. I believe that was actually number 9.
Jeremy Dennis. And, yeah, Jeremy Dennis is also actually has more yards per game than Seedy. So a dual running They have a really good running back.
They have a good running back core.
Yes, they have a very good running back core. Not like Sonic and Knuckles, David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs, but both extremely talented. And as I said there, the secondary has to be able to pick up that slack there whenever they get those gaps.
Yeah, David Montgomery, though, now injured. Probably hurts a lot of fantasy owners.
Tragic.
The run goes to him again, breaking another tackle, trying to bounce back to the inside and taken down. Still after a good game.
Yeah, Jeremy Dennis, even though we haven't seen a lot of him, so far he's been able to bounce off tackles very well, and he turned what seemed from about a 2-yard gain into about a 6-yard gain, so you definitely got to really wrap him and get him down.
Yeah. Like the tackle we saw in their last drive, and you said it, Tommy, these Jesuits defenders today are probably going to have to look to get those low tackles, get them by their legs, stop those legs from churning and building up more speed. It's the handoff for a third straight time to Dennis. And Dennis is going to be stopped short of the first down marker.
Yeah, very great defense there from the Jesuits, preventing a first down conversion there. And some third and got some to go.
I believe that was Mason Frey once again on that last tackle. And I think, if my math is right, that's about 2.5, 3 tackles for him already in this game.
Yeah, we knew we were going to have to see a lot of Mason Frey here, and he's going to put up absolutely crazy stats this game because of all the running.
Yeah, averaging just over 11 tackles a game. Mason Frey has a almost great stop there from the Jesuits, but that is Seedy who continues to churn.
Wow, that was an absolutely glorious run there from Seedy, being able to bring what seemed to be a 2-yard gain to an 8-yard gain. I may seem a little redundant.
For the first down as well.
And it seemed like Mason Frey was guiding everybody to go inside and to try to get him before he picked up that speed, which, I mean, as I've seen so far, he is completely deadly when it comes to him and his speed. And once he gets it, there's no catching him.
It seemed like for a second there, too, the Jesuits' defense was able to close that gap and had him behind even the line of scrimmage. But Seedy just got to push forward and was able to keep moving. As the slant pass is completed to number 41, that is Sebastian Nault.
Yeah, very good play call there from Bishop Hendrickson. The Jesuits are obviously going to be scared of that run game and are probably going to prepare against it. So utilizing that pass game, those quick passes, really confuses the Jesuits' defense.
Yeah, nice play and nice catch there from Nault, but I do have to say, 41 for a receiver?
That's a little, I mean, he might be creating his own legacy.
He could be. Or maybe it's just, they've also got him marked down as cornerback. But 41 as a cornerback number also seems a little odd to me, but that was a good catch there, so we'll see if he can continue play like that as the game goes on. Nice pressure by Mason Frey is going to stop Seedy at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Mason Frey has already been having himself a game. He's really just, he's going back, looking at these gats and blitzing through, and he's just able to go up and wrap that running back. But unfortunately, the running back every single time has been able to stay on his feet and keep on churning, as you said, which is definitely going to be a problem for the Jesuits.
Yeah, but for the listeners, if you don't already know, Mason Frey, the Navy commit.
He's big.
Yeah.
And usually you don't see that with running backs being able to ward off his tackle. So this is sort of a first for many of us.
Seedy going out to his right, has some space. Frey can't take him down, and Seedy down the sideline. They're going to blow the whistle, and he must have stepped out of bounds as he's going to get marked back all the way to the 30-yard line, but not before he can make that first down.
Seems like Mason Frey is sort of everywhere here, trying to – he actually was the person that pushed him out there, but that was just – I mean, that was an immaculate run there. As I said, the secondary really needs to be able to pick up off the slack, especially on these outside runs. And here we're going to see a replay of this really good run right here. Handoff right here. Different replay, but great tackle there from Mason Frey, as I was saying the play earlier. But, yeah, those runs to the outside are like a killer, to put it simple.
Yeah, but Mason Frey making the touchdown-saving play right there. Just that little nudge is all he needed to force Seedy out of bounds because Seedy was off. Seedy was off and running.
Couldn't have said it better.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
Of course, dude. Wow, the first quarter is already winded down so much already. It is 3:41 left on the clock. About 8 minutes and 19 seconds have gone by.
I mean, no points scored, but it's been a pretty energetic game so far.
Rather eventful.
It's the run to Dennis. Dennis bobbles it, brings it back in. The ball's free. A flag comes out, but the Jesuits come up with it.
Oh my gosh, that
Mason Beardsworth said peekaboo.
That was one of the top 10 grossest tackles I've ever seen in my entire life. I thought that Ceedy, the running back, was coming down like a train and everyone needed to get off the tracks, but there was actually a train coming to T-bone him named Mason Frey. And here we will see a replay of this here. It's going to be taking a second, but here it is. Look at this run, getting through. What a great gap there. And we just see Mason Frey, boom, boom, kills him. And that ball got loose. And it seems like this is going to be Jesuits' ball as they picked up that football.
And Mason Frey, I mean, he just brings boom.
Sort of reminds me of
That's what he
AJ.
does. Now the Jesuits' offense after that big pickup by Mason Frey off the fumble caused by, oh, my mistake. The pickup of the fumble by Mason Beardsworth off the tackle from Mason Frey. The Jesuits are now out on the offensive side of things, and Vinny Lombardo looking to get a push there from his offensive line. Still cannot come up with much.
And there's some forward progression there. It seems like only about 3 yards. But yeah, this Bishop Hendrickson defensive line and linebacker core seems to be really stuffing up our running game, which has been very integral to our success in the past few weeks. So definitely seeing that part of our game being stuffed up is not the greatest thing for the Jesuits. Probably going to have to rely more on their passing game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there, Tommy. I mean, the few runs that we've seen the Jesuits have already today just have not gotten them much. And, I mean, if Kyler Robinson can use his speed like we saw in that last play, just bobbled it, maybe he's looking as he does get free once again, but he's going to pass it off to Finbar Malloy, and that's going to cause a flag.
Yeah, pass interference there by Jeremy Sadie, the running back. He tackled Phil Malloy before he even had a chance to get his hands on the ball, which is going to lead for that pass interference.
Yeah. You're exactly right, Tommy. Because now the ball will be put
automatic first
at
down.
A more forward placement all the way up to the 45.
Yeah, that's a big gain for the Jesuits.
Oh, even more than that. My mistake. I'm sorry. All the way up to the 50-yard line.
Seems
so
like
that is a 15-yard penalty?
Yes, and automatic first down.
Oh, now we see for the Jesuits offense, number 18, Nicholas Garofalo in the receiving core. As Garofalo motions left. Manning hands it off to Lombardo. Lombardo can't get any there, actually is tackled behind the line of scrimmage and will be a loss.
Yeah, that was a really good read there from number 7, Ben Brooks. Really good edge rusher there. And he, even though the motion was motioning, he decided to keep his place and still be able to blitz the quarterback. But thankfully for him, it was a running back instead.
It's going to be a 2nd and 11 for this Jesuits offense after the loss there from Lombardo's run. Manning set up to receive the snap. High snap there. Gives it to Lombardo again. Lombardo tripped up there and will be stopped just about a yard ahead of the line of scrimmage now. So about a 2-yard gain on that run.
Yeah, as you said, not much there for the Jesuits. Yeah. And it seems like this running game has not been working out for them at all. They're probably going to have to opt for more pass-heavy offense, and
I do think the Jesuits offense should try to maybe go for some more stretch runs. However, they've been running the ball so far only up the middle, and I think maybe you never know. Try a stretch run, see if that works out, and then if that doesn't work out, then definitely move towards a more full-on pass-heavy offense, as it's going to be a screen pass to Lombardo, and it goes out of his hands and will bring up 4th down, and now we see Ben Cornelius run out onto the field.
Yeah, that screen pass there did not work out for the Jesuits. They got stuffed up completely after that pass interference call. And even though they have pretty good field position here, they weren't able to capitalize because of this great rushing defense from Bishop Hendrickson, just stuffing up the Jesuits and not really allowing anything. Here we see that punt. Ben Cohn taking his time. Now he shows off his boot. And it hits off his head. And it will be marked at about the 5-yard line. That was number 13, Michael Da Silva Jr.
Yeah, so another great kick there. Another great kick there from Cornelius is going to set up the Hendricken offense back into their 5 for a second straight drive.
Yeah, it did not really work out for them last time, so they will probably see a lot more of that. Wait.
Yeah.
I think I said words correctly.
Words are tough, man.
And this is
It looks like the quarterback's going to take it himself off the op. And get a good gain there.
Yeah, like Lamar and Derrick Henry, you really have to watch out for that QB sneak. I mean, CD and Dennis are both extremely dominant running backs. So being able to take that pressure off the QB and sort of have that element of surprise there, a lot of teams, especially Bishop Hendricken, can capitalize off of it, which we just saw there.
Yeah, most definitely. As Lynch this time will give it to CD. CD looking right. Takes Frey with him. Frey getting a nice handle on CD there, but I don't know if you saw that, Tommy, but CD kind of dragged Mason Frey a little bit, which isn't a normal thing.
I've never seen that in my entire life, to be honest. Yeah, Mason Frey is a very, very dominant player, and when he dragged Mason Frey, he also was able to get a first down, but it seems like there will be a timeout. I believe Jesuits.
Yeah, timeout. No, end of the first quarter, Tommy.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, but a very big point about the last game were the cheerleaders from Laurelton. And
now we have some new visitors.
We do. We do. And there you will see on the sideline some more of those cheerleaders in pink, in the pink pledge. So a very big part of prep in the future.
Yeah, but Tommy, we have other visitors as well from across the pond.
Germany. Yeah, we have German exchange students coming in from Germany to experience Fairfield Prep life. And it is actually a very, very big thing at prep. I remember I walked in on, I believe it was Monday, and because I wasn't here on Thursday, and I was completely shocked when I saw a girl in my theology class, since we are an all-boys school. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a little different, but it's a very cool experience, especially for those in the program, and even for us at prep. You know, it's different, but it's been fun having our guests here with us these past 2 weeks, and now they get to experience a football game.
Yeah, definitely.
And we hope, and I bet the Jesuits are hoping to give them a home win for their visit.
Yeah, me too. I mean, they really bring a lot of energy to the school. I believe we seem a lot more organized when they're here. So
yeah,
and
everyone seems like they're on their best behavior.
Yeah, and I would hope so that they are.
Hendricken offense back out on the field as teams flip sides now. CD looking to go left and gets a gain of a few there.
Yeah, CD is a very patient runner. He's trying to find each gap as he runs through numerous Fairfield Prep defenders. There he couldn't get any, only got about a gain of 4, which is pretty good for the average running back, but for him it's actually half of his average.
That is correct. Second play of this drive. Oh, not of this drive. Second play of this quarter now for the Hendricken offense as Quick's pass is completed.
And that is a huge tackle there from number 6, Sam Barrett, reading that little screen, quick check down pass. And he just sort of blitzes through his guy and brings it back, or does not bring it back, but does not leave a big, significant gain.
Yeah, so now it's going to set up a 3rd and 5 for the Hendricken offense as the Prep Bomb Squad gets loud in the stands, and the Jesuits defense looking to make a big stop here to start this second quarter. Lynch lined up with Dennis. Lynch gives it to Dennis. Dennis going left. Can tacklers get there? And I think they can. That's number 0, Tavares Newkirk for the Jesuits defense, who comes up with the big 3rd down stop.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Tavares in our past few games, and I remember I was with him yesterday, and he was telling me, I'm going to be in the game, and you're going to be saying my name. And there we did. Very big tackle there on a 3rd and 5. They may opt to still go for it, which it seems like they're going to do on this 4 and 2, it seems like, maybe even 4 and 1.
Looking for maybe a bit of a tush push here. No, run it up the middle, and do the Jesuits stop it? They say they do, but Hendricken says they got the first. And I think the refs are going to give them. Waiting for the call here.
And it
They
seems
stopped
like
him. Did they?
a lot.
Try not to get ahead of myself here.
A lot
Refs
of
still counting, bringing out the chains. They're going to need the chains for this one.
I'm very intrigued to see what happens here. And if the Jesuits do pull this off, it would.
That's a big stop.
Yeah, big stop, especially on this 30-yard line for the Jesuits. Bringing out the chains.
Both teams waiting anxiously for the call.
Oh.
Trying to see if I could spot it myself.
And it seems like that may be a 1st down. Oh, no!
No 1st down.
I'm wrong!
Jesuits will take over.
Insane stop there from the Jesuits.
Big stop.
Yeah, that first down play there, they got to about, actually, it was sort of just a combined effort on every single down, but here we'll see a replay.
Yeah, we'll see that stop once again.
And there we see that stop right there.
Tough to tell who gets in there. You see a lot of guys, though. Newkirk and Frey, just to name a couple.
Yeah, and now the Jesuits will have insane field position in the red zone. And we will see if they will be able to capitalize.
Yeah, possibly even field goal range now as well. Manning receives the snap, dropping back, looking deep for Robinson, brings it in and shakes off his defender as he trails his way into the end zone.
Kyler Robinson and that defender have been beefing this entire time. I've been looking at them, pressing each other, hitting each other in the face, and Kyler finally mossed him and put him on the ground. What an insane catch there from number 1, the only one who could do it, Kyler Robinson.
The one.
Oh my gosh, that was actually electric.
Kyler Robinson.
First play of that drive, they are able to go get that tutty.
Great play call from Coach Helstern as well. Just to take a shot.
And a lot of trust and chemistry between the two.
I mean, you can't have a receiving core like the Jesuits have and not utilize them.
It'd honestly be insulting if they didn't.
Yeah, couldn't agree with that more.
And that extra point is good from the junior, number 28, Ben Cornelius. And yeah, so far so good for the Jesuits. 9:48 left in this first half, excuse me. Finn. Oh,
yeah,
wait.
We'll see that touchdown catch once again here up on the replay. Just shakes off his defender. It's the deep throw from Manning.
And you can see the defender lying down like he's going to sleep there. I don't know what he was doing.
Robinson.
But Kyler Robinson was looking straight down at him.
Trotting his way through the end zone. Cornelius now out for the kickoff. But that could be a big momentum shift for the Jesuits. I mean, against a team like Hendricken, number 1 in Rhode Island, to get a lead on them I mean, that could produce some energy.
Seems like something is going on here between these refs. But yeah, as you were saying, I mean, I couldn't agree more. This could be, I mean, going into this game, it was very skeptical whether the Jesuits would be able to prosper and flourish. And so far, they've seemed to answer that question for us.
Yeah, they're really playing with them. I mean, we've been hearing. I've talked to a good amount of football players this week. I've talked to guys like Brendan Valenzuela,
B-Val.
Robbie Manning, Finbar Malloy. I've been asking these guys. I've asked all of them the same question: how you feeling about this Bishop Hendricken game? And they've all said the same thing. They said it's going to be a good game, and we're going to come out ready.
Yeah, there was
They are.
They've all come out and sort of been going crazy. The only person we haven't seen a lot of so far in this game is Finn Malloy, but that's just because they've been literally the middle linebackers and the outside linebackers have been picking him up every single play, and that's just because of how dominant he is.
But not only that, the corner. I don't know who's guarding Kyler Robinson right now, but he's playing on him man coverage. You
can't do
you
that.
Can't play man coverage against Kyler Robinson.
And I mean, we saw it on one of the first plays of the game for the Jesuits, where Kyler had him on our close sideline, the Jesuit sideline, and he was so close to making an absolutely insane catch after he absolutely blurred his opponent. And I mean, I said we will be seeing a lot more of that from Kyler, and there we did.
Said it before too. Speed is unmatched. Speed is unmatched.
Speed kills.
Yeah. Wear your seatbelt when you're trying to guard Kyler Robinson.
That dude couldn't even strap Kyler if he wanted to.
No. He was wearing no seatbelt.
Yeah, he wasn't. That's why he fell on his face.
Lynch now. Quick screen pass. Won't give him much there.
That was a very good tackle there from number 2, Anthony Dorsey, picking up and helping out with that coverage there. And it seems like Bishop Hendricken are going to elect for a more check-down, passy type game.
Yeah. That last catch was made by number 18, Will Messena. First we've heard of his name tonight. Lynch. And we're going to get an offside on the Jesuits. I believe that's going to be on number 52 for the Jesuits, Luca Freed.
Yeah, you're completely right. That was number 52.
I saw him jump.
Yeah, Luca Freed. And that's going to bring 5 yards for this offense.
Will remain second down, however, as maybe now expect a run here, as I do believe that is CD in the backfield. It is, but no, Lynch is going to take it himself off the option, and I do believe he sprawls forward for a first down.
Yeah, as I said earlier, we're going to be seeing a lot more of this QB sneak type plays from this Bishop Hendricken offense because of the fact that they have such a dominant backfield. We see it a lot with Lamar and Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
It seems a little redundant since I said that exact thing. However, it is going to be very important as we see such a talented quarterback with his feet.
Sometimes you just got to get the point across. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you. Of course, man. Lynch now. Lynch, play action, over the middle, wide open man, makes the catch and gets down to the 48-yard line. On the catch there was number 5, Jonas Rivera.
Yeah, that was a great read there and just a great play there from the quarterback, number 16, Dylan Lynch, because the number 6, Sam Barrett, I believe, was following his eyes. And whenever he was following his eyes, he was looking at that quick little slant over the middle route. So he picked him up. But it left the man in deep coverage completely wide open.
Yeah, Rivera was able to dance off his man like a Jonas brother.
That's a line if I've ever heard it.
But that tackle there is going to keep Hendricken at their line of scrimmage.
That's number 18, Will Messina. Another one of the very dominant running backs there. Seems more like a power back than, compared to our other 2 extremely talented running backs.
Looks like the Refs are actually going to mark that as a loss of 1. So loss there on that last play from Hendricken. Lynch, play action. Looking downfield, deep for his man. That's Messina. And Messina brings it in with a great catch. Will Messina gets the Hendricken offense all the way into the Jesuits zone.
Wow, that was a great pass there and a great catch there from Lynch to Messina. There was Anthony Dorsey. The quarterback knows this, that Anthony Dorsey is a linebacker and not a traditional cornerback or safety, which led to that being a greater chance of Messina bringing in that catch. And here we'll see a replay of this catch I'm currently talking about right here. Here it is, that ball getting snapped off and him absolutely hucking it down the field to Messina, which was a great catch.
Then the ball comes out, though, and the Jesuits get on top of it. A botched snap is recovered by Ryan Murray.
Great play there from the Jesuits. Bishop Hendricken sort of sold there with that fumble, but Ryan Murray comes in to save the day, sweep in and recover that fumble.
Yeah, devastating play by Dylan Lynch off of the great catch by Messina on just the play before. But it will now be back in the hands of the Jesuits offense.
Yeah, the Jesuits are definitely locked in now. Here we'll see a replay.
See another replay. We'll get that fumble. Ryan Murray able to hop on top of it. Just a botched snap and a botched catch, really, by Lynch there, and is quickly hopped on top of from Ryan Murray. Great awareness from Murray to see that ball come out and really give Lynch no time to recover it. As Malloy gets motion to the right, they're going to give it to Lombardo up the middle. Lombardo breaking free from a couple tackles and gets a good gain there.
Yeah, as you said, a very good gain there. Bouncing off and breaking many tackles, giving the Jesuits about a 6-yard run there.
Yes, Tommy, will be about a 6-yard run.
And there we'll see
Murray on the field has the turnover chain on, the new turnover chain for the Jesuits defense this year.
And there I saw somebody taking a photo of it with him, which is definitely going to be an Instagram post, as we saw Mason Beardsworth with that last
saw
week.
him with it 2 weeks ago, yeah. But yeah, rocking the bling. As another good run from Lombardo, I believe will give the offense a first down.
Yeah, as you said, good run there, most likely. And as we see the chains now moving, a first down for the Jesuits, reactivating this running game after some gross passes to Kyler Robinson, which probably have definitely influenced a new Bishop Hendricken game plan, especially defensively.
Yep, as we see the coverage by the Jesuits. Manning has to roll to his left, looking downfield, has to take it himself, breaks free of a tackler, and gets down over by, I believe, the 39-yard line.
Yeah, as LaMelo Ball said, turn the camera to that man can't guard me, and that would be the best way to describe what Robbie Manning did to that man. Number 10, first of all, fell right behind Robbie Manning, and then he juked out 2 defenders and was able to get a very, very scary play into a good play there with about a gain of 5 yards.
Yeah, he could have even called him Ricky Bobby there as he just shaked and baked his man.
Woo. I'm loving the references. Wow.
Manning, though, the lone halfback is Lombardo to his left. Manning, good control of the snap, gives it to Lombardo. Lombardo will get a few there, but will set up a third down play for the Jesuits.
Yeah, 3rd and short for the Jesuits, and this just opens up so many opportunities, especially as we see in the NFL. Being able to make the threat of a short run or a short pass usually leads to defenses playing closer, which often leads to many deep passes, but I hope the Jesuits are able to get this first down conversion.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3rd and 3 for the Jesuits. So we see 2 receivers out for the offense, Finbar Malloy and Kyler Robinson. Trying to catch him off sides. He's going to give it off to Lombardo. Lombardo tries to sprawl forward for as much yards as he can, but I do believe he's going to be stopped by number 17, Elijah Gerton, who also, you want to talk about big guys. Elijah Gerton, sophomore, 6'3".
202. He's really big. And, yeah, that was a really good read there from him. He was very patient waiting there as the pocket was collapsing, or as the gaps were, I should say.
As we get a Robbie Manning sneak, though, is going to push him forward for the first down.
Yeah, whenever you have a very agile and mobile quarterback like Robbie Manning who's able to use his legs, those QB sneaks, especially in 4th and short situations, are usually very successful.
Yeah, Robbie Manning, you know his speed too, because he's also not just a star on the football field, but a star on the lacrosse field as well.
Yeah, he made varsity as a sophomore.
Yeah,
especially in a stacked team. Here,
Manning, though, was looking to throw before a flag comes out, and it's going to be a false start on the offense.
Yeah, devastating. As soon as the Jesuits start making some momentum, ramping it up, they get a false start, which is going to bring them 5 yards back to about the 39-yard line.
Looking to set up next play, though. But, I mean, Tommy, 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. Jesuits up 7-0. I mean, how do you think the coaches have got to be feeling right now?
I mean, if I was Hellstern, I would actually be jumping up and down, jumping for joy, to put it simple. Yeah, they've been doing a very good job in a game where they were really not favored, and our defense has been showing up, our offenses have been showing up, our special teams has been showing up. So just a very good combined effort from every single aspect and level of this field.
Yeah. That last play, 3-yard run from Scout Callahan, sets up a 2nd and 12 for the Jesuits offense with now 2:20 to go in the second quarter. You've got to expect maybe a couple throws down the road here, looking to extend their lead. As Manning will drop back, looking for Finbar Malloy. Quick curl there and breaks free, taken out by the legs, lifted up there by number 2, Akawali Jr., 6'2", another big guy.
Yeah, a very big Bishop Hendricken squad. And so far, they are one of the greatest Rhode Island teams in recent history. They have more state championships than I even remember. But I'm going to get cut short here, and here we will see a replay of this play here. Robbie Manning giving Finn Malloy the stop route, and Finn Malloy tries to gain more yardage, but he just gets flipped completely right there, and it looked a little scary, but he's all good.
Yeah, and I mean, Tommy, I know we like to talk about it. Akawali, pretty sick name.
Yeah, I've been reading a lot of the name sheets for Bishop Hendricken, and oh my gosh.
Robbie Manning, a beautiful run there, gets them the first down and up to the 35-yard line of the Hawks.
That was something that the Jesuits needed, bringing them in semi-field goal range as the clock is winding down, which will bring the Jesuits to about a 2-possession lead.
And they're looking to go with some hurry-up offense here, but I do believe the Jesuits have some timeouts remaining, so maybe they're just trying to get the Hawks on their heels here, as Manning is going to look for Langston. We'll see what the call is here. Did he bring it in?
Seems like
the ref. Incomplete. Incomplete is the call from the refs.
Here we're going to see a replay.
We're going to see another replay now on the throw, the incomplete throw. Oh, no, the run from Robbie Manning. Getting him up to the 36-yard line.
Great run there from Robbie.
Yeah. Using his wheels once again, like we've said. Manning now. Quick roll out to his right. Looks to get a block from Lombardo. Tries to throw it to Robinson, but that's going to hit the ground and bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, so far, Bishop Hendricken on this drive have been playing an extra safety a little bit farther down, but a little bit deeper for that deep threat, Kyler Robinson, which has been shutting him down a little, but has opened up number 4, Finn Malloy.
Yeah. As 3rd and 10, I mean, what would a field goal from here be? About a 46? Don't know if this is in Cornelius's range, but, I mean, Maybe the Jesuits offense will look to simplify it for him if that is the case. As Manning, tons of pressure, rolls to his right, still looking downfield, trying to command his offense, has to take it himself, gets taken down by the neck, but does get up to the 30-yard line, and that could give the Jesuits some good field goal.
Yeah,
Some good field goal range.
I couldn't agree more. It seems like that was actually perfect for Ben's range. I mean, it's definitely going to be a longer one, especially in high school, but we've seen Ben during warm-ups and during games hit around 40-yarders. So.
Yes. And the wind doesn't seem to be too high tonight, but you never know once you let a kick sail through the air.
Yeah, and it seems like, as you said, it's not very high. I'm looking at the American flag next to the scoreboard.
Yeah.
And it seems like there's not a lot of hurting wind, or so it's not going to aid or help the yardage of this football.
Yeah, we do see Ben Cornelius coming out onto the field, and it does look like we will see a field goal attempt here. Ball placed on the 30-yard line will be about a 40-yarder.
Yeah, I bet.
Or more.
I bet Ben hits a lot of these during practice, but I mean, if he's able to hit this during a game, it will bring in a whole nother aspect of trust between the kicker and the coach.
Yeah, Hendricken taking the timeout, maybe looking to ice Cornelius here. But I think even, Tommy, it might even be further than a 40-yarder because the ball is placed at the 30, making it a 40-yarder from the 30, but he will be kicking it at about 5 yards further away.
45?
So about a 44, 45-yard line, I do believe, will be the kick.
And, I mean, we have been seeing him.
Oh, but I think the Jesuits,
going for
after
it.
that Hendricken timeout, are going to send their offense back on.
Oh, that's very interesting. I mean, this is going to give the Jesuits an opportunity to draw up and draft a really complex and really good play as they have this time. And here we are giving
Yeah.
Sorry, microphone troubles right there. But yeah, we are giving a shout out to Laurelton Hall cheerleaders as it was up on the scoreboard there, and yeah, seeing them at our games and having actual cheerleaders is still very surreal to me.
Yeah, very, very different, especially because our first 3 years here, we had nothing of the sort. But now we do. It's pretty cool. But on fourth down, the ball's going to come out. And it will be a fumble recovered by Hendricken as Robbie Manning taking a minute to get up off the ground. He seems to just be more frustrated than hurt.
Yeah, and that's a very big play there for Hendricken. Instead of the Jesuits trying to make this a two-possession game, they try to go for it, get better field position for Ben Cornelius, and they're just not able to. Leads to that fumble, and now Bishop Hendricken have a real shot at getting this game closer than it is.
Yeah, so we'll see that replay on the fumble now here. Can't tell if Robbie Manning's arm was in forward motion. Tommy, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it does look like he is in the motion to do a pass there, as that was the only thing I was looking at in the replay, and it does seem like that is actually a fumble.
So it is a fumble. Tons of pressure from Mason Frey, though, who brings down Lynch all the way back at the 30-yard line.
That's going to make it about a 2nd and 20. What a great pass rush there from number 9, the Navy commit, the captain, Mason Frey. He's been absolutely explosive and electric this game, which has led to so many opportunities for the offense from this defense.
He's been having a heck of a game so far, as that sack will end the first half of action. But Tommy, I mean, after that sack, how many tackles does Mason Frey have to have now? He's got to have at least 6.
Yeah, he's been actually blowing up Bishop Hendrickson, and it's been pretty disgusting to look at. If I was Bishop Hendricken, I would be nothing short of extremely agitated, irritated, and mad at how good Mason Frey is.
They really haven't been able to stop him at all so far this game. I think the only thing I've seen not go Mason Frey's way was a couple runs from Ceedy being able to take Frey a couple yards, but other than that, he's just been all up in that Bishop Hendricken offense. But as for us here for now, that will be it for first half of action, and we will see you in a few moments for second half action.
Every year at Fairfield Prep, we have a theme for the year that informs all that we do. Our theme this year is our common home. One of the most common connections to home is brotherhood. Two big pillars in this common home theme this year here at Fairfield Prep. One is the pillar of caring for the handiwork God has given us. Everything we do, every activity, every effort should be pointed at the greater glory of God and caring for God's creation.
We should see you taking advantage of every opportunity to appreciate and respect the natural resources that Earth has given to us. We should see you at lunch, figuring out what can I recycle from what I have in front of me. We should see you with a reusable water bottle. We should see you encouraging who's ever driving you to maybe carpool. We should see you riding a bike to school every once in a while. We should see you conserving water. We should see you doing little things every single day to care for our environment. Little things make the big things happen.
Second is civic engagement and civil discourse. You may be aware that there's a little something coming up in November, a national presidential election, yes? Jesuit schools have been around for 485 years. We have seen kings rise and fall, regimes come and go, world wars happen and settle into peace, recessions and depressions, and through it all, young men and women of Ignatian and Jesuit schools have been leaders in civic engagement, disagreeing with each other, but disagreeing respectfully, with great ideas, with intellectual humility, eloquentia perfecta. We don't teach you what to think. We teach you how to think. We learn how to think with rigor. We don't just spout off. We look at the facts before we state our opinion. We will disagree, and that's all right, as long as we keep in mind the common home and a common purpose.
But in one of St. Ignatius' letters in 1541, he gave some guidelines on how to have conversations with other people. Say little and be slow to speak. Listen long and willingly until they have finished what they have wanted to say. One of my mentors here at Prep taught me one of the most valuable lessons I've ever learned. And that lesson is that there is a difference between waiting to talk and listening. And when you realize what that difference is, and when you act on that difference, that is when you can truly have a conversation with another human. So gentlemen, we expect you to engage, to be present, to be respectful, but most importantly, we expect you to listen to one another and not just be waiting to talk.
You all have one thing in common. You all now belong to these halls. You belong to the beautiful arches that you walked through this morning. You all belong to Prep, and Prep now belongs to you. You are now part of a long and fruitful legacy of Prep men who have cared and cherished our common home on 1073 North Benson Road. In each crevice of this school, there are things to learn, history to inspire, and people that will shape you into the young men that will go out into the world and make a change like each Prep man has done before you. Be yourself, and Prep will be the place for you. Be a brother, be a leader, be a Prep man, even if you don't fully understand what that means quite yet. I promise one day you will. Go Prep.
guys are a part of the Brotherhood, time to lock in.
Because at Fairfield Prep, we don't teach you what to think, we teach you how to think.
Go out into the world and set it ablaze.
What's next? What's next? What's next?
For generations, the men of Prep and their families have gone forth from Fairfield to transform the world through lives of excellence, faith, and service, and never for ourselves, but for others.
Today, we gather not merely as individuals, but as a community, united by a shared purpose and a collective desire to make a difference.
Your support allows us to create transformational experiences, and transformed men of Prep go forth and transform the world.
Being a man of Prep means being a man for others. A man for others is not someone who thinks of themselves first. A man for others is not the type of person who takes up a task in search of personal gain. A man for others is the kind of man who uses their God-given talents, those things that they are so passionate about, and uses those skills to create a better environment not for themselves, but for everybody.
For years, friends and family have always asked me, what is it about Fairfield Prep that makes it so unique? Why do people stick with it? Why are people so connected? And I tell them this, it's the brotherhood.
Prep has helped me develop into the man I want to be for my family, friends, others.
Prep saw the light in my boy and led him to set the world on fire.
God bless our brotherhood now and always, never just for ourselves, but ad maiorem Dei gloriam. Hail Fairfield Prep.
Every year at Fairfield Prep, we have a theme for the year that informs all that we do. Our theme this year is our common home. One of the most common connections to home is brotherhood. Two big pillars in this common home theme this year here at Fairfield Prep. One is the pillar of caring for the handiwork God has given us. Everything we do, every activity, every effort should be pointed at the greater glory of God and caring for God's creation.
Welcome back, everyone, and now we're going to send it down to Oscar with our halftime report.
I'm at the sidelines here at Rafferty, and I'm with Tim from Germany. So, Tim, I have a few questions for you. Number one, what do you like about prep the most?
I think the food in the cafeteria is very good. I like it. And most of the teachers are pretty chill, so that's also good. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Oh, that's good to hear. Another question. What is the difference between prep and your school back in Germany?
So you guys only have like maybe 6 subjects, and we have far more, like 13. And so, yeah, I like it a lot in Germany because it's more changes in it.
So a lot of diversity in the classes. And final question, piggybacking off the food question. Favorite dish and least favorite dish at prep?
So I've been here for just a week, so I only ate like the pasta a la vodka and the grilled chicken, and I liked the grilled chicken so much better, so I don't like the pasta. Yeah.
So those are some pretty good choices. So that's all from the sidelines. Back up to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, Oscar, for that interview. And now we're just a little over 2 minutes away from starting the second half. And, I mean, Tommy, I don't know about you, but obviously it's only a 7-0 game. Definitely been close on both sides of the field for both teams. But you could kind of see maybe in the realm of dominating things.
Yeah, so far, a player that I would really like to point out is Mason Frey. I mean, we were talking about it just a second ago, how Mason Frey, we haven't said his name as much, especially you actually said this. I'm quoting you. We haven't said his name this much in a game so far in the first half.
Yeah, this early.
Yeah, and I mean, he's been all over the field. I mean, he's been helping down with trailing tackles. He's had so many insane plays, and he's just been completely going off. That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah, there's him getting in there to be the main guy to make that stopping tackle on that 4th and 1 that turned the ball over, which led to this play, the Kyler Robinson touchdown.
Yeah, first
so
play
all started with that 4th down stop with help from Mason Frey.
Yeah, and I mean, Tavarius Newkirk was very clutch right in that 3rd down there.
He made the play. Yeah, exactly. He made that tackle right before stopping them and leading to a 4th down, and there's the Ryan Murray fumble recovery as well. Yeah, I mean, a lot of great plays from the Jesuits so far, and they've kind of been clicking very well. Besides that, besides the one fumble from Robbie Manning towards the end of that second half, I mean, not a ton of mistakes from the Jesuits, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and I would say our defense has really been setting up our offense. And especially our special teams. I mean, Ben Cornelius, he has had such great IQ of knowing where to kick it, how to kick it, and just the overall placement of his kicks. And it's been working out extremely well. And the field position that the Jesuits have been able to get defensively against this Bishop Hendricken offense, which is very run-heavy, has been crucial in their success.
And they haven't completely stopped Jeremy Seedy and Jeremy Dennis, but they've definitely held them to where they've needed to hold them. They haven't allowed them to get big 20 to 30 yard plus runs, and they've held them from a touchdown, which is most important.
Yeah, I mean, just our defense has really been our defense is very well known for our pass rush, but not very much for our rushing defense. And so far, this test has been this game has been a test, and we've been passing with flying colors.
Yeah, I mean, going back to Mason Frey once again, on some of those runs, you've seen him bolt in there like a bat out of heck. We'll say that. We'll say bat out of heck. But you've seen him get in there super fast and just make big stops and big-time plays.
Yeah, and I mean, for a man his size, I mean, you wouldn't expect the wheels that he has, and he's just been – and because of those wheels, he's been able to make so many big impacts on so many different parts of the field. Like, I'll see him be blitzing the quarterback and the running back, making a huge play there. And then I'll see either of the running backs for Bishop Hendricken almost make a huge run, and Mason Frey be there to stop a huge gain.
Yeah, and he got that, I don't know if everyone watching will remember, but he got that last-second push on that CD run that could have broken through, but Frey was able to make the last-second push to force him out of bounds and hold them from getting into the end zone, because CD, without that push from Frey, he would have been gone.
Yeah, and I mean, in such a run-heavy, in such a dominant run-heavy offense, they haven't been doing it as much as we've seen in their previous games. Our defense has been doing such a good job and has really been forcing them to that pass, which, thankfully speaking, they have not been able to do a whole lot.
Yeah.
Thankfully speaking for the Jesuits.
Couldn't agree more. And now the Jesuits are getting set to receive the second half kickoff from the kick, off of the kick from number 38, Brandon Daly. Oh, my mistake. 36, Scott Bedford. As that kick, nice boot there from Bedford, gets into the end zone and will bring the Jesuits up to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and I was looking at that kicker the entire time last time, and at the beginning of the game, and he was disgusting. I was actually sort of petrified for this Jesuits special teams unit, because he was hitting like one-step 50-yard field goals, and I actually thought the Jesuits were completely, for lack of a better term, cooked. But I mean, they've been doing a very good job at not letting them get into field goal range, in his range.
Yeah, because, yeah, like you said, Tommy, he's got a boot. We saw it in pregame warm-ups. So the Jesuits, just the defense, doing a great job. I would say one of their better defensive games so far this season, as the handoff went to Lombardo there. Can maybe only get a couple off of that one. But yeah, the defense for the Jesuits today has just been coming up huge, been very big for the Jesuits today.
Yeah, and I would say the score isn't really showing how close this game actually was. And I mean, Bishop Hendricken is going to have to make a lot of changes in this second half to really be able to bite back and fight against this Jesuits defense.
Yeah. As Manning, now on second down, is going to drop back, looks over the middle, gives it off to Langston. Langston has some space. Langston cuts back, still has some room. Can he break free? Cutting back towards the middle, looking for blockers. Gets to the left side and is taken down inside the 30-yard line, down to the 25-yard line of the Hawks. Great play there from Jeremiah Langston.
What a great play there from the pre-snap motion to the just complete calmness from both Langston and Manning. We are seeing a completely new connection for next year from these two absolutely super talented players. Here we see Langston coming over.
Look at this beautiful play by Langston. Breaking off the tackler, cutting back towards the middle, and wants the block there. Gets help from Malloy to make the blockers and get inside for even further range. Wow. Jeremiah Langston, have yourself a play. The Rec Spec Demon. That time it's going to go to Lombardo. Lombardo still on his feet. Again, a last-second push there from his offensive line to get about an extra yard off that run.
Yeah, very consistent with our runs so far, but, I mean, Langston just completely changed the outlook of this game. I mean, the Jesuits are now in a completely great position to be up 2 possessions, whether that comes from a field goal or from a touchdown.
We've got to think of a nickname for Jeremiah Langston with his that incorporates his rec specs, because we just got to think of something.
It's actually so due and necessary. There's no way we can't.
I mean, he's too good. He needs a big nickname. We got Shifty for Finbar Malloy. As Finbar Malloy is wide open, as Robbie Manning gives him the lob for the touchdown.
And as I said, now it is going to be a 2-possession game for this Bishop Hendricken. I don't even know what happened there on the defense. I can't even explain it to you.
I think,
but just a complete miscommunication there.
Yeah, maybe we'll see on the replay. But yeah, like you said, Tommy, I think it was a complete miscommunication. Great route by Malloy to just fake out his man, and he totally caught his man off guard, as we'll see here. Manning, little stutter move, and Malloy is just completely free.
The cornerback didn't even see Malloy at all. Malloy was literally walking in for the touchdown. I saw the cornerback look back and realize what he had done.
Oops, I just got benched.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see.
But yeah, I wish we could have got a better angle off of that last replay for you all watching at home, because if you didn't see it on the play, blink and you miss it type thing. Just the defensive back on Finbar Malloy just getting completely lost, allowing Malloy to walk into the end zone. As Cornelius, the extra point is blocked, and the score will stay 13-0.
Yeah, these Bishop Hendrickson boys are huge. I mean,
guys,
every single one of them is tall.
They're tall.
I'm looking at the stat sheet: 6'2", 5'10", 6 foot, 6
barely
foot,
see any
6'3",
guys.
6 foot. Like, I would say there are more guys 6 foot on this stat sheet than 5 foot, than 5 footers.
You could barely look on this player sheet that we have in front of us here and not see a player's height beginning with a 6.
Yeah, I mean it's actually nothing short of devious, and I mean there's a reason why they are the #1 ranked team in Rhode Island and why they've been so dominant for so many years. And I mean the Jesuits have been doing such a great job at containing this offense and doing a great job on defense.
Yeah, that domination right now not working very well in their favor, as it's kind of seeming to be the other way around. The Jesuits, Bishop Hendricken is just in the palm of the Jesuits' hands. Jesuits playing like a fiddle.
Wow. That was fire.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I tried.
Your efforts are not in vain. Let's put it that way. Did a good job.
Thanks, man. That flag after the touchdown catch from Malloy will send the Jesuits kicking team back some yardage here, back 10 yards. So, I don't know, maybe we could see good use of Ben Cornelius' leg here. See how far he could try to pin him back. Cornelius, a long run up here. Boots it as we get a whistle after the kick. Flag comes out, but that last kick was able to get inside the 15-yard line.
They're going to get pushed even farther back.
Oh, geez.
Wow, that is...
So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Jesuits now, and now Cornelius has to kick from his own 20. This could set up some nice field position here. Some nice field positioning here for the Bishop Hendricken Hawks.
Yeah, they basically have automatic, I was going to say, sort of on the same wavelength there. Yeah, I mean.
That chemistry.
It is. It honestly is. Yeah, just automatic good field position. I mean, they received the kick at the 15. They're getting at least another 20 yards.
Yeah. As Cornelius probably trying to put as much power as he can behind that. That kick got down to about the 20. But it's going to be a nice run out here for the Hawks. Breaking out down the sideline. A flag comes out. Not before number 13 for the Hawks, Michael Da Silva Jr. gets past the halfway point of the field over to the Jesuits' 47-yard line.
Yeah, and this is so far the best field position that Bishop Hendrickson has gotten off of a kickoff or a punt.
Yeah, I think that flag, though, Tommy, is going to be on the Hawks, pushing him back off of that return to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, definitely not great there for Hendricken. I mean, every single time they seem to have something going for them, something bad happens. And here we'll see a replay of this great run from Da Silva Jr.
Yeah, it looks like there was maybe...
And that might have been on that block from
Yeah, I was
Tavarius
thinking the
Newkirk.
same. I was thinking the same thing, Tommy.
Same page.
Same, just kind of. We're just different.
Some may say. I would say.
Handshake demons.
If you guys do not know, we have one of the crispiest handshakes in prep history.
Yeah, probably the crispiest. As a nice tackle there. As we see for the Jesuits.
Seems like that's number 47, Jordan Lewis, coming off with that great ankle biter tackle, making it 2nd and 10.
And I think Anthony Dorsey got in there as well, along with Lewis, to make that tackle, keeping the Hawks at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, the Jesuits so far, I mean, after the first quarter, they've been shutting down this, like, insane running game. And here we see Seedy back there, sort of standing like Michael Myers.
Is he standing like Michael? Oh, no,
he was.
Now he was for a second.
He
was for a second.
Genty-esque.
Genty-esque. As he does get the handoff there. Some good run defense from the Jesuits on that one, able to hold them to only a gain of 3 off of that run. So 3rd and 7 now for Hendricken. Jesuits looking to make a big stop here and force them to punt it away.
Yeah, I don't even think we mentioned it, but we have the alternate jerseys.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
we usually mention it last year, Tommy.
Yeah.
Every time they showed up, we mentioned it. And now, I think the first game they wore them last year, when we mentioned it probably a dozen times, and we haven't mentioned it once today. I think that can be seen as growth by us. But Sam Shaney able to get in there for the pressure and almost intercepted.
That's number 6 there.
Sam Barrett.
With that very, very close interception. I mean, it was thrown right at him, but he was just unable to come up with it.
Yeah, the bad throw originally forced by the pressure from number 51, Sam Shaney, on the defensive line.
And here we're going to see number 38, Sam Belfort, with his boot, which I was sort of a little scared about.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really even been able to see his range so far this game because the Jesuits' defense have been holding them to punts and turnovers.
True. Very true at that.
Bishop Hendricken maybe trying to catch the Jesuits offside, and it looks like they're gonna.
Bishop Hendricken.
It looks like they're gonna be the ones to jump offside.
I'm looking at the punter right now. He's not happy at all.
No.
And that's going to bring them back about 5 yards, I believe.
Yeah, Belford just shaking his head after that one. Can't believe it. As you'll see the pressure get in there.
Oh, it's a very wobbly pass. Yeah, I don't even think that's
tough hit, too.
Yeah. Ooh.
Barrett takes.
Yeah, that hit was on from number 41, Sebastian Dahl.
High snap. And a high punt is going to drop in Bishop Hendricken's own zone.
Oof, that's not very good, and that has been a very big problem so far for Bishop Hendricken. We saw on the first punt of the game, it was a high snap, and he completely muffed it to about 20 yards.
Yeah.
And again, that high snap not allowing your kicker to get time to go and punt the ball, which is leading the Jesuits to being on the Hendricken's 40-yard line.
Yeah, rough day for Scott Belford so far.
His potential was crazy, too.
Potential at the beginning of the game, I mean, maybe unmatched. We were seeing him drill some crazy yardage field goals. As Manning now, Jesuits offense on the Hendricken own 40-yard line. Lombardo, nice run there. It's going to get up to about the first down marker as a flag comes way flying in from the stripes back over at the 5-yard line. That was a nice throw.
That was. He hauled that.
That was a nice flag throw.
And yeah, that was coming all the way back from that far ref. I wasn't expecting it.
Wow, penalty on
Hendrickson.
Personal foul. Helmet-to-helmet contact on Hendricken is going to push the Jesuits offense forward.
Oh,
and there it is.
Yeah.
Clear as day.
Yeah, that was very not needed. Some targeting there as well. And that's going to bring the Jesuits to their red zone actually to about the
15.
15?
Yeah,
Wow.
15-yard line.
15-yard penalty, right?
Jesuits in peak position here to go up 3 scores. Handing it off to Lombardo. Lombardo can't get much on that run. Maybe even a loss.
Yeah, very good read there from that edge rusher, number 7, Ben Brooks. I saw him the entire play waiting to go in, just getting his opportunity to get on Bardo, and he was able to. Great defensive read there from number 7, the senior, Ben Brooks.
So that ball will now be put on the 16. Loss of 1 is what the refs are going to mark it. So 2nd and 11 for the Jesuits on the Hendricken 16-yard line. Lombardo subbing off for Scout Callahan now. 3 receivers to your near side of the screen. As another handoff to Lombardo. Lombardo trying to push over to the right side. Once again, can't get anything there.
Yeah, as you said, not much of a gain there, if a gain at all. The play clock was winding down there, so the Jesuits had to play some ready offense, and ready offense they did play, but this is bringing them to about a 3rd and 11.
See what the Jesuits look to do here. In field goal position, in field goal range for Cornelius. But still 1 play to go before you need to worry about that. Expect Robbie Manning to drop back here on this one. Manning will drop back. Looking for the end zone. Hurls it over the middle for Malloy. Goes over the head, but a flag comes out. We could be seeing pass interference here. And I believe that is what we are going to get.
Yeah, that pass was a little bit over the head of Malloy, but it seemed like it was either him or J.J. Langston that got hit.
I think Malloy got shoved forward, preventing him from going to find the ball, as we'll try to see here. Look for Malloy, number 4, as maybe, yeah, there's the push. There's the push on Malloy from Jeremy Seedy,
and
which I believe is what caused the flag.
Should be automatic first down if they do call it, and it seems like
unless
they are.
It was yes, automatic first down.
And that's going to bring them within 1st and goal, and a very great opportunity to score a touchdown here. Very confused.
Yeah, lots of confusion there on the field right now. As for the field positioning, maybe not pass interference is what maybe they didn't call it as pass interference. I didn't get a chance to see the exact call, but it looks like it's just going to be a 10-yard penalty. Yeah, so whatever the call was is a 10-yard penalty. Bring the Jesuits up to a 3rd and 1 now. Looking for a first down. As Manning will drop back again. Looks for the check down pass to Lombardo. Lombardo makes the catch, trying to break free. Can he get forward for the first? Still's trying to move upfield.
Oh, and
but I wonder what his forward progress will give him.
There was a flag on the play there on the Jesuits. Seemed like they might have been holding on number 78 for the Jesuits, and that is, excuse me, these papers aren't working, Manny Juco, sophomore, and that's going to bring them back.
Yeah, so 3rd down for the 3rd straight play in a row. So like I said, 3rd down for the 3rd straight play in a row.
It's going to bring them back to their OG field position.
And I think we're going to get a timeout here.
Yeah.
Timeout from the Jesuits. Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird, bit of a weird sequence there. Jesuits just back to where they started, except about a minute has gone off the clock.
Yeah, it's been a very yeah, exactly what you were saying. It's been a very weird and very confusing drive for the Jesuits here on this 3rd down. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. So Yeah, the Jesuits definitely going to need to talk this over after all that confusion, which probably took away some of the momentum they had. But nevertheless, they are in great field position to be up 2 possessions, basically no matter what.
Yeah.
And there we see number 14, Dakota Newton, not suited up for the game. I don't know exactly what he has, but in our last game, he had 2 very crucial catches.
He's a good younger receiver in the stacked receiver core of the Jesuits. As Manning now, 3rd down and long, heaves it for Robinson in the corner of the end zone. Oh my goodness! Kyler Robinson, are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh, I was just sitting down and I actually jumped out of my seat. Kyler Robinson, that might have been the most disgusting catch I've ever seen in my entire prep career. He just absolutely launches out of into the air and catches the ball, completely mossing his man for a crucial touchdown. Kyler Robinson, I don't know how you do it. Oh my
Kyler
gosh.
Robinson, you've got to be kidding me. I can't believe you. Sorry, Tommy. After that play, I'm just gripping onto his shoulder right now.
Oh my gosh, that was just so disgusting. Head tap, the entire prep bomb squad going crazy. Dockwell calling a head tap.
He's on the sideline. Kyler Robinson's on the sideline as well, calling for that head tap. And Tommy, there have been very few plays this season that have just left me
speechless. And here is one right here. Lob up. If it's a jump ball, one-on-one, who do you think is going to catch it? Kyler Robinson.
Coming back for it as well. Kyler Robinson just over his man. Basically hurls himself in the air to make the catch.
Oh my gosh, put his life and body on the line for that catch, and he is having himself a game. Oh my gosh.
Kyler Robinson, you are a bad, bad man.
Oh my gosh, that's just so disgusting. I don't even know what to say.
I'm laughing at how crazy that play was.
Yeah, it took every single ounce of my willpower not to absolutely scream and maybe kill the ears of everybody watching.
And I know you said it, Tommy, but both of us just hopped out of our chairs, could not believe what we just witnessed with that play.
Like, I don't. It's like the Conor McGregor, 10-second knockout, Joe Rogan holding everybody. That was
just holding everyone back.
I'm serious. That was live footage of Finn and I.
And I mean, I was thinking this. I wish I said it now, but I was thinking it after that first drive of the game for the Jesuits, where Kyler Robinson had that dropped catch. Do you remember that?
I remember.
First drive of the game for the Jesuits, Kyler Robinson had that dropped catch, leading to them having to punt the ball away. I was gonna say, I didn't, but I was gonna say that he's gonna come out with a vengeance now. He is mad, and he's gonna come out the rest of this game stronger because of that. And he has 2 touchdowns already in this game.
And I mean, they've both been disgusting.
And one of the craziest plays I've seen in my time at prep.
Actually, a walking highlight reel in Kyler Robinson. There's not enough glaze I can do for him. I mean, just putting a one-on-one, going back to your point of that vengeance, putting a one-on-one matchup, especially press coverage on Kyler Robinson, is possibly the most disrespectful thing you can do against him. And I mean, he's going to reciprocate that disrespect by head tapping and possibly ending the career of one of their cornerbacks.
Yeah, we might have to start calling him Batman now because he is vengeance.
Kyler, I don't know how you do it, man.
And, I mean, this was a guy, too, Tommy. We said it a couple times earlier in the season. This was a guy, too, who wasn't a starter at the beginning of the year last year.
And, I mean, just the way he's grown into his role, and especially off of numerous – and there I see Will Kennedy just going crazy to another person on the sidelines.
Justo.
Oh, that's Justo. No shot. And, I mean, they're both just calling the head tap. It's just a surreal moment.
What a play. And, I mean, I feel like we haven't got a second to breathe really quickly, but pass over the middle is bobbled. Great deflection there from number 5, Oliver Frick. But that Robinson touchdown now extends the Jesuits' lead to 3 scores.
Yeah, the Jesuits in a very commanding lead here in a game that they were, as I've said before, not very favored in. And, I mean, it's just a culmination of having great players on defense and superstar players on offense. Actually, superstar players on defense and offense. So, I mean, just an absolute great showing here from every single aspect of this Jesuit team.
Now, screen pass there. Breaks free. Nice play there from the receiver. I believe that was number 18, Will Masena. It was.
And this is going to bring it to 4th and about 3. Hendrickson, I mean, practically need to make a play here. They might go for it, but it seems
looks like they're bringing out the punt team.
Yeah, as you said, bringing out the punt team. So, yeah, I mean, as we were talking about Kyler Robinson's catch and everything, the defense came up, made big stops, as they should, and as they had been doing, and making Bishop Hendricken punt.
And Tommy, I'm just gonna be honest. If you told me before this game that it'd be close, I'd believe you. If you told me that the Jesuits would be up 3 scores, holding a shutout in the 3rd quarter, I wouldn't believe you.
Yeah, no, there's nothing. Okay, yeah, there was nothing that could have predicted this, and I mean, it's beauty.
Number one team in Rhode Island. Number 1 team in Rhode Island.
They have more state championships than I think fingers on my hand. Like I don't know how to describe their dominance in Rhode Island. They are so crazy. They basically only play out of state, and they only have 2 losses. One against Greenwich, which they
won by
won
1 point.
1 point, and we are beating them by 20 so far. So the Jesuits definitely extremely legit, and there we see this dynamite offense coming back up the field.
And there is such thing as an off game, but a team that plays fairly consistently all season in the Hawks, I mean, either they're having a bad game or the Jesuits are having a real good one. Or maybe this is just the competition between these two. Oof. As the handoff to Lombardo will not get anything, or will get a yard.
Yeah, as you said, little to no gain there. Singular yard.
Singular.
They've been doing a pretty good job at stopping this run game. I mean, a lot in the past few games that we've commentated, and I've watched personally away. And I know I've seen you at those away games as well, supporting the boys.
Yes, we gotta support the boys because that's what we got.
I mean,
that's what we got here at the Brotherhood.
We don't have many opportunities to go in the bomb squad, so we obviously have to get rowdy. But we haven't seen a lot of big runs from Bardo and Scout Callahan.
Yeah,
I would say at most 10, whereas in other games we've seen very electric ones. And this is Robbie Manning with his QB sneak here.
Robbie Manning, that's about the 3rd or 4th time we've seen him make a run like that today.
But yeah, so far the Jesuits have been doing a pretty good job to put it to basically put them down a little bit in this game.
Yeah, and I mean, free ad right here, but any young guys at home watching this game right now thinking about coming to prep, just choose it. Just choose it.
Yeah, honestly speaking.
Robbie Manning with a quick pass over to Scout Callahan. Scout Callahan gets down the sideline and in Hawks territory at the 40-yard line.
But yeah, a very good thing about our running back core is their receiving upside. I mean, first we're going to see a replay, then I'll get back to it. Here it is, this pass to Scout Callahan, Bardo going down that sideline and just going crazy.
Now, new set of downs here for the Jesuits offense. It's Manning. This time gives it off to Lombardo. And I do believe I saw Mason Frey out there lined up at halfback. That will lead to a 2nd and 9 now.
But yeah, as you said, Mason Frey, a halfback, I see him on this offense. Definitely trying to integrate him into this offense just because of how big he is and how dominant he can be. He's a very good blocker, as we've seen in many other games, which is just such a valuable asset to have, especially whenever you have such talented runners like we do.
Now this time to Lombardo again, trying to bounce out right. More of a sweep like we were talking about earlier tonight, but a flag does come out after that good gain.
Yeah, and as you were saying, we were talking about this early on. You were saying how every single run was up the middle, and those sweeps would be very beneficial. And, I mean, you couldn't be any more right.
Yeah, that sweep just gave him a gain of 8 yards, I believe. But the flag will sadly push the Jesuits' offense behind. But maybe that's a bit of a wake-up call for this run offense. There were a couple more sweeps in there.
Yeah, and, I mean, as I was talking about before, Mason Frey and that blocking, we did see him get a pretty crucial block there, bringing that man inside when he was initially on the outside of him, giving our running back, Bardo, the opportunity to get that run.
Yeah, we'll see if the Jesuits look to call one more play here as there's 5 seconds left in the quarter, and I believe they will just let that run out. End of the 3rd quarter, Jesuits up 3 scores, 20-0, and Tommy, this is, I think, one of the best games we've seen from the Jesuits all season.
Yeah, we were saying it during the halftime report, or while the halftime report was happening. And, I mean, it's just been so amazing how the Jesuits have been able to play against such a great offense and defense. And, yeah, they've just been absolutely dominating. But now we are going to have a little announcement about our open house. Please join us for our Fairfield Prep open house on November 16th. You can meet our faculty. That is the Pink Pledge. You can meet our faculty and students, tour the campus, and learn more about Prep's excellent academic programs, extracurricular opportunities, and our Jesuit mission, which transforms young men to be men for others. Register today at fairfieldprep.org, and a lot of those extracurricular opportunities are Ping Pong Club, which is a club that I created and founded, Media Club, which is the club that we are a part of that allows us to have such a great broadcasting setup, and broadcasting in general, and the Broadcasting Club, which is pretty self-explanatory. So please register today at fairfieldprep.org. Fairfieldprep.org. Yeah.
2nd and 18 for the Jesuits here to begin the 4th quarter. Long way to go as gives the ball off to Lombardo. A sweep there once again and gets some good yardage over to their original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, as you said, a very good gain there. I sort of jinxed it when I said that we haven't been getting a lot of very big runs, which we've gotten sort of 3 big runs in a row.
And quick announcement here before we get to the 3rd down play for the Jesuits. Today, Fairfield Prep is proud to host a Pink Out in support of the Pink Pledge, a month-long initiative raising awareness and funds for the Norma Freem Breast Center. Your support helps provide essential care to all women regardless of financial circumstances. Let's show our support to Fairfield Prep and the Pink Pledge. Visit pinkpledge.org to learn more and donate. So great cause here, also the theme of today's Bomb Squad.
But now it will bring us to a 4th down, 4th and 10. Please help the breast cancer and the Pink Pledge. Something that touches a lot of people here at Prep and in our community. Anyone's efforts are extremely appreciated.
Yeah, the Pink Out game is one always, I know, looked forward to by students every year. And it's just fun. Get to support the women who have to sadly deal with that, and hopefully we can put help towards it and awareness towards it.
Definitely. I think one of the best ways is the Pink Pledge. I mean, ever since I was younger, I've always seen the Pink Pledge, and it's always meant a lot to me and a lot to this prep community. in the Fairfield County community as well. But yeah, so far the Jesuits have been doing a great job at keeping and maintaining their lead, 20-0. And Finn, how are you feeling about what Bishop Hendricken needs to do?
I mean, I think Bishop Hendricken has to just think of maybe even some trick plays. You got to put the Jesuits on their heels, maybe some more hurry-up offense, and just get the Jesuits' defense moving, maybe gas them out a little bit. And you just got to put, as a big interception comes there.
Oh my God, that's number 6, Sam Barrett. Earlier on in the game, he had that muffed interception, but that was just absolutely disgusting. Diving in from Narnia and just hauling in that catch.
Now, here's one thing I do. If you're Bishop Hendricken, one thing you don't want to do is exactly that, and you just did it.
And here we see this replay of Lynch throwing it and coming out of nowhere. Oh my gosh, what an athletic play.
We've seen similar interceptions like that from this defense earlier on this season. 2 weeks ago against Shelton, we saw it from Mason Beardsworth as well, a diving interception like that. And now we've just seen one from Sam Barrett to set up the Jesuits in impeccable field position here.
And I know for a fact he's going to get that turnover chain
on
the sideline. I really want to see this.
The fans want to see it.
Oh, I see it. I saw it. But here we have a run from Scout Callahan, getting some space and getting about a 5-yard gain. And there it is, the unveiling of this turnover chain from Sam Barrett.
He's got it somewhere. He's got it somewhere.
I know he loves it.
Big time turnover for the Jesuits. And now it's going to be a 2nd and 6 for Robbie Manning and the Jesuits offense. Four receivers out there. And Scout Callahan as the halfback. As Manning dropping back, pressure, gets it off, looking for Langston and just a little wide.
Yeah, those over-the-middle routes are where Langston has been able to really flourish. And we've seen so many great gains earlier on in this game, especially in the third quarter, bringing the Jesuits to great field position where we saw that absolutely disgusting catch from Kyler Robinson in the end zone where he sort of, destroyed the morale of that cornerback. And, there's nothing you can really do about it either.
And I don't know if I said this or maybe I said something similar, but I think that might be one of my favorite prep. That might be one of my favorite prep football plays that I've ever witnessed.
100%. I don't think I'll see anything as magnificent except if we see it on this play.
Yeah. As we'll see now on 3rd down. Manning dropping back, looking over, and that's got to be, you'd expect the flag in there to come out at the same time as, just Jeremiah Langston had nowhere to go there.
I really don't know what to say. Michael De Silva Jr., the man covering
it's not a smart
Langston
play.
Literally tackled him in front of 2 refs. So, obviously the bomb squad is doing the "you can't do that" chant right now. And I believe that's going to be an automatic first down. Here we'll see a replay.
Even sometimes though, Tommy, you think you'll see a flag and you'll be like, okay, yeah, that was a good flag, but I don't even know if that was a good flag. You just don't. Just from the second Langston gets off the line, they're locked up.
They're not doing what they're supposed to do. And this will bring them in 1st and goal.
And Manning takes it with himself.
Oh my gosh.
By himself. Manning in the end zone. Touchdown, Jesuits.
What a great QB sneak there.
Off of the option once again.
They've just been doing such a great job. I was saying earlier on in the game with Lynch and, number 6 on Bishop Hendrickson, Cieti. They have a Derrick Henry type relationship, but we've been seeing more and more of this option play from Robbie Manning and our running backs, and it's just worked out so well.
I think this is the most so far this season we've seen the coaching for the Jesuits utilize Manning's running abilities this much.
Yeah, I couldn't agree anymore. And I mean, just his wheels here, we'll see, he sort of just plows his way through. Number 11 here gets bodied. You'll see him. Oh, wait, no, that's number 8, actually, on the floor. We've seen him a few times go on the floor, especially.
It's not in his head.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really do anything against it. I mean, you have to pick up that runner there off that sweep, which you said would be extremely effective, and it has been. And Bishop Hendrickson knows that, so they have to sort of pick up that runner.
Yeah, so great option there, great play call from the coaching staff of the Jesuits. And the 3-score lead moves to a 4-score lead in favor of the Jesuits. Cornelius.
On the 40 this time.
back to where it usually is. Ball comes off the tee. Wow. I'll have to look. You'll have to go back to set that one up.
I've played golf with him before, and I can say that same exact thing happens.
Can't set up the ball on the tee?
Nope. It's plus 15 strokes. If you didn't know.
Plus 15?
Yeah. Looking like my scorecard on a hole.
At least it's better than mine. Mine is like plus 30 ever. Cornelius now boots it. Back into the end zone. Looks like he'll be able to take this one. Breaks free. Does he have the blockers? Gets free. Tavarius Newkirk able to make the tackle. Another touchdown-saving tackle, I would say, but there are flags out on the field.
Yeah, and I mean, Tavarius Newkirk just able to get out there, use his breakaway speed, and just hawk down that man, no pun intended, because they're the Hendrickson Hawks.
Because they are,
so, yeah, Hendricken, excuse me.
But that flag will be on the Hawks, bringing them back.
Wow, to the...
We'll see here. The original run got them up to the 40-yard line, but they will now be...
And there we see above the Fairfield Prep score, 27-0. This is Robbie Manning's 3rd rushing touchdown. Such great rushing upside for such a great, young, talented QB.
Lynch back out there for the Hendricken offense as he gives this one off to CD, looking to break away there.
Is that?
Once again, that's a good gain.
That's Finn Malloy.
Is Finn Malloy on the defense? He is.
I was so confused. I thought that was like number 41, but it was just number 4. But yeah, it seems like Finn Malloy is checking in on as a safety.
Interesting, as I don't know if we've seen him really ever play much defense in game, but he is out here now, looking to be an up close safety as they hand it off once again for CD. CD, gain of a couple there.
Yeah, not much there. Bishop Hendricken looking at 2nd and about 6. But yeah, the run game so far hasn't been the greatest. And we see CD running off the field with his helmet off. Maybe something potentially happened. Hopefully not, because he is such a talented runner.
Yeah, that last CD run, though, did give him a gain of 3, making it a 2nd and 7 for the Hawks offense. Now out there at halfback is Jeremy Dennis. Has had a couple good runs today. Lynch. Fake handoff, looking for the pass, is incomplete. And Tommy, I mean, we've seen a lot so far with this Bishop Hendricken offense. For almost every play, they seem to be going. They seem to be snapping on one. And I don't know, maybe the Jesuits defense has noticed that because they've gotten very good pressure on this offense and on their run game and on their pass. Like you said, very good passing pressure, and they've had some good running pressure today. Maybe they've caught on to Bishop Hendricken's on-one offense and have gotten a hold of that.
Yeah, definitely 100%. And I'll get more into it after this next play, but I couldn't agree more.
We'll see if they go on one again, and they do. As Lynch looking downfield now, heaving it down, and is caught, almost intercepted, but a great catch there from Will Messena.
Yeah, great catch there from Lynch to Messena. We saw that a little bit earlier on in the game towards our closer side where the Jesuits were going.
Yeah, there was some good coverage there, though. On the coverage was number 24, Jack Buck, had some really good coverage there, as you'll see here, almost making the interception as well, but it just seemed to be that Messena got the better angle on it and was able to come down with that one.
Yeah, he sort of has glue on his hands. I feel like he's been really getting a lot, and
yeah, he has had a lot of touches today.
Yeah, the Jesuits will take down Dennis there. But yeah, going back to the on-one, that snap count is a very underrated part of football and the game itself. And whenever your offense just becomes so predictable like that, it's way easier for the defense. And I think that's why the defense has been able to flourish. And that's a very good catch by you, being able to flourish in this. From the second quarter on.
This time, handoff does go to Ceedy again. Ceedy looking to the right side, trying to break free, does get the first down. Not much after that, though.
Yeah, some very good blocking there from number 10, Chase Bedrosian, tight end there. The junior, 6'3", ginormous, 235, and that just allowed Dennis to get that first down and make it first and goal. And I believe it might be one of the first and goals of the game for Bishop Hendricken.
I think you're right, Tommy. So we'll see now, first and goal, 10 yards to the end zone for the Hawks. Little pitch is fumbled, but recovered by Dennis.
Yeah, that was a very scary play there, bringing them back about, I would say, 4 yards there. That could have been absolutely disastrous for this Bishop Hendricken campaign. Offensive campaign, I should say.
And before we get to the next play, quick little update for our baseball fans watching out there. If you're not tuning into the first game of the World Series, it is so far 0-0 score, bottom of the third. Dodgers up at bat, Shohei Ohtani.
He's disgusting.
But if you're not watching that, we've got our next play up and coming here, so we hope you're still staying tuned in for this one as the pass to the end zone is caught for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was very good pressure there from number 2, Anthony Dorsey. But Lynch, the quarterback that was underrated coming into this game, has a very, very good drive, which brings the lead down to 21 and possibly 20 if they connect with this extra point.
Yeah, the catch there made by number 41, Sebastian Nault. Maybe he got a little mad that I was chirping his number a little early on. Early on.
41. And there we see this touchdown pass. A lot of confusion between all the players seeing if that was actually it or not.
That extra point is up and good. So 20-point lead now for the Jesuits. 27-7 is the score. With 5:51 left in the fourth quarter, Jesuits will get the ball back, look to extend that lead back to 4 scores. Full score and
7 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. We had to do a speech and theater. Me and Finn were in the same speech and theater class freshman year. That was one of the first speeches we had to do, 4 score and 7 years ago on this day.
That was
our founding fathers.
Yeah.
Wow.
First time I met you, Tommy. Just a little freshman.
Wow. Yeah.
And now we're
seniors.
Seniors calling football games together. How about that?
Wow. A lot of
time flies.
Yeah, it
time
does.
Flies.
Character development.
Maybe that started it. Public speaking. This is kind of public speaking,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. I feel like it has helped. I've always been.
Yeah, definitely. I was a shy person.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't extremely shy. I was able to use my voice. Well, that sort of sounded like a chirp at you. You were obviously able to use your voice. But I feel like it helped us in this game.
I think it definitely did. I mean, I feel like it's made us more confident speakers. And you need confidence to speak, even though it's not in front of people physically, you know in the back of your mind that there's a lot of people watching and listening to you. So I think it helps with that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out Miss Hoover.
Lots of character building for us.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out my dog, Miss Hoover. I only had her once, though.
Looks like the Jesuits receiving team came up a little bit, maybe expecting a onside kick here. As this boot is going to just be a high kick there. Kyler Robinson receives it. Trying to look for some room. He looks like looked like he was hobbling a little bit.
He seems like he's getting up fine.
Yeah, got up pretty fast. I don't know what that was all about. Did look to be hobbling a little bit. I know you saw that too, Tommy.
That I thought that was a Deshaun Watson Achilles thing.
That was scary.
Yeah, I was really scared for Kyler. You know, knock on wood. As much wood as I can find around here.
God forbid. God forbid.
Yeah, but so far very good game from both Hendricken and the Jesuits. The Jesuits have been completely dominating, but Hendricken has been able to come back in this fourth quarter by cutting down the lead to 21.
Yeah, this has been a really fun game to watch so far. It's just been like, even though the lead for the Jesuits is 20 points, it is a lot closer than you think. Been turnovers for both sides, great defensive plays, great offensive plays, and it's just been pretty evenly matched. Well, not really evenly matched. But
yeah, I know what you mean.
It's been closer than the score will say.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would say offensively and defensively, it has been pretty consistent in this last quarter. I mean, it's been a lot of pushing and pushing back, and it's been way more even than it was in the previous three, which I feel like is pretty important.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you
completely agree.
The other three quarters are like 3/4 of the game.
Yeah. It is literally 3/4 of the game.
Yeah, some may say. Hot take.
3/4, 3/4. I mean,
something along those lines.
A little bit of a jump there. But the run by Lombardo does get some good yardage there. About 5 yards will set up a 3rd and 5 to go for the Jesuits offense. You could definitely have made a case for a penalty there. False start on the defense, but
I'm so serious. I saw 4 kids go off sides or jump the snap. But it is what it is. Pretty good run there from the Jesuits, bringing into, as you said, about a 3rd and 5.
We see the 2 running back look here for the Jesuits. Once again, I do believe high snap there, but the whistle does come out first, and honestly, that's a lucky whistle for the Jesuits.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like that whistle could have tripped up Robbie Manning, but that snap was egregiously high. So, yeah, I believe it might be a false start from the Jesuits, bringing them back as we see now.
I mean, this 5-yard penalty, though, would not have been as bad as that botched snap on that last play if it had been able to go, because that was going way back.
Yeah, that was like at the 10-yard line. It would be, instead of a 5-yard penalty, it would be a
20-yard loss. Yeah.
So, I mean, got to cut your losses.
Exactly.
Good misses.
So I'd say that was, even though it was a loss, I'd say that was luck for the Jesuits there, as that curl route pass over to Malloy is caught. Malloy trying to sprawl forward for the first down. He might have gotten it.
Yeah, it looks like he did. The ref is
Coach Hellstern over by the refs there, trying to give him the ego. And it is first down.
I didn't comment upon it, but there was a little bit of a graphic up that said Vince Lombardo, 74.4 yards per game. And, I mean, he may have crushed that this game, or may have been around that average, as the pass game is heavily utilized. And even though the pass game was utilized so much, he still had himself a game, and he was still a very, very big contributor to this offense. Same with Scout Callahan. Can't forget about him.
Yeah, all facets of the Jesuits game today have been pretty good. They've been pretty well-rounded team in this one. It's Lombardo. I mean, my mistake. It's Callahan now receives the handoff, and he will get a gain of 6 yards.
Yeah, great run there from Scout. As you said, giving 6 yards for the Jesuits. They don't really need it at this time, but since they are up 20 points, but it's not over till it's over. We're nearing the 2-minute mark here. So the Jesuits definitely have a very high chance of winning this game.
We've got some new guys for the Jesuits in here. It's Manning. Now, he's going to hand it off once again to Lombardo.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've got some new guys in here. Probably hear the crowd. They're responding to the substitutions here.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, these guys are low-key the boys.
Yeah, definitely the boys. Robbie Manning going to take the knee here on first down. We'll need one more to end this one and put the Hawks to bed. The crowd gets up and gets loud to salute the home team Jesuits as they come away with, I would say, definitely their biggest win of the season over #1 in Rhode Island, Bishop Hendricken. 27-7 will be the final score of this one. Big games from Kyler Robinson, 2 receiving touchdowns, and Robbie Manning, 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, the Jesuits.
Three passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. Sorry to cut you off there, Tommy.
All good in the hood. And yeah, just an absolutely, as you said, you basically said everything. The Jesuits just played out of their minds, especially Kyler Robinson. I mean, I believe we are going to send it down to Oscar pretty soon to interview him. But yeah, the Jesuits played absolutely out of their minds, shut down Bishop Hendricken, and won by 20 points whenever Greenwich, one of the best teams in the state so far, only beat them by a singular point. So this is very promising for the Jesuits. It was a big test on their rushing defense, and it was a big test in general.
And I think there was some fire in this one with the Jesuits as well. This now gives them a 4-game winning streak. But I think there's a little fire with them because in last week's Game Time CT rankings, after their three-game win streak, they didn't see their names anywhere near the top 10. And this is a statement win for the Jesuits on this season, making it, like I just said, 4 straight now for them. So improving their record to 5-1 on the year.
Especially an interstate game.
Yeah.
With Bishop Hendricken.
#1 in Rhode Island.
Yeah, but they're not #1 in CT. Let's put it that way. The only #1 in CT is Kyler Robinson, and he actually killed them.
That was great. That was a great comment, Tommy.
Thanks, Sid. But, yeah, I mean, just a very good game all around, and a lot of new, different concepts that the Jesuits are bringing out, bringing more of that rushing upside of Robbie Manning, that option, as you were saying earlier. And, I mean, it's been working real good.
And I don't remember if it was any if we saw it in any of the away games, but at least for the home games that we have been calling so far this season, I think tonight was the first time we've seen that option be utilized.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and you're completely right about it. But, yeah, we will be sending it to an ad, but we will be coming back a little bit later. See you all soon.
Every year at Fairfield Prep, we have a theme for the year that informs all that we do. Our theme this year is our common home. One of the most common connections to home is brotherhood. Two big pillars in this common home theme this year here at Fairfield Prep. One is the pillar of caring for the handiwork God has given us. Everything we do, every activity, every effort should be pointed at the greater glory of God and caring for God's creation.
We should see you taking advantage of every opportunity to appreciate and respect the natural resources that Earth has given to us. We should see you at lunch, figuring out what can I recycle from what I have in front of me. We should see you with a reusable water bottle. We should see you encouraging who's ever driving you to maybe carpool. We should see you riding a bike to school every once in a while. We should see you conserving water. We should see you doing little things every single day to care for our environment. Little things make the big things happen.
Second is civic engagement and civil discourse. You may be aware that there's a little something coming up in November, a national presidential election, yes? Jesuit schools have been around for 485 years. We have seen kings rise and fall, regimes come and go, world wars happen and settle into peace, recessions and depressions, and through it all, young men and women of Ignatian and Jesuit schools have been leaders in civic engagement, disagreeing with each other, but disagreeing respectfully, with great ideas, with intellectual humility, eloquentia perfecta.
We don't teach you what to think. We teach you how to think.
We learn how to think with rigor. We don't just spout off. We look at the facts before we state our opinion. We will disagree, and that's all right, as long as we keep in mind the common home and a common purpose.
In one of St. Ignatius's letters in 1541, he gave some guidelines on how to have conversations with other people. Say little and be slow to speak. Listen long and willingly until they have finished what they have wanted to say. One of my mentors here at Prep taught me one of the most valuable lessons I've ever learned. And that lesson is that there is a difference between waiting to talk and listening. And when you realize what that difference is, and when you act on that difference, that is when you can truly have a conversation with another human. So gentlemen, we expect you to engage, to be present, to be respectful, but most importantly, we expect you to listen to one another and not just be waiting to talk.
You all have one thing in common. You all now belong to these halls. You belong to the beautiful arches that you walked through this morning. You all belong to Prep, and Prep now belongs to you. You are now part of a long and fruitful legacy of Prep men who have cared and cherished our common home on 1073 North Benson Road. In each crevice of this school, there are things to learn, history to inspire, and people that will shape you into the young men that will go out into the world and make a change like each Prep man has done before you. Be yourself, and Prep will be the place for you. Be a brother, be a leader, be a Prep man, even if you don't fully understand what that means quite yet. I promise one day you will. Go Prep.
guys are a part of the brotherhood. Time to lock in.
Because at Fairfield Prep, we don't teach you what to think, we teach you how to think.
Go out into the world and set it ablaze.
Now we'll send it down to Oscar with our player of the game, Kyler Robinson.
And we're on the field with the man of the match, Kyler Robinson.
They can't guard Kyler, man. They can't guard him.
With Kyler Robinson. So, Kyler, just first off, congratulations on the award. It's great. What does it feel like being the highest on the top of the 53-man roster?
All right, so first off, I want to thank God. Without him, I'm nothing. But let's get to the game. First off, it's hard to play a team like that. Bishop Hendricken, I have a ton of respect for them coming down from Rhode Island because nobody wants to face them. It's easy to come off sluggish too, especially off a bye week. But we knew we had to do our job. We knew that our best is better than their best, and we executed. So did I, of course. I'm going to be humble today because, listen, without my O-line, without my defense, without my quarterback, I have no role in this.
Thank you. And they had you in some one-on-one situations in the past and right now. So how do you feel on that one? How did you do it? Yeah, one-on-one.
Ah, man. All right, I'm going to get a little cocky here. One-on-one situations, it's scary for the DBs. I mean, my teammates are telling me that they're trembling. I don't see it. All I do is I do my job. It's not a 50-50 ball. It's a 100-0 ball. I'm going to catch it, baby. I'm going to catch it.
And I know we all have our favorite coaches here, so which one would be yours?
Favorite coaches, all of them. I can't do that because what if they see it, they're going to bench me? And I'm playing. I love all my coaching staff, man. They treat me great. They're hard on me sometimes because they know my potential. So I love the entire coaching staff, man.
All right, well, thank you, Kyler. Hope you have a good night.
much.
Good night. Thank you. Back to the booth.
Thank you for that interview, Oscar, and thank you everyone who was watching tonight at home. This will be it from us here at Rafferty, and looking quickly ahead, we won't be back for a couple weeks. Next week against Sheehan, and then next week the Jesuits are away against Sheehan, and then the week after away once again against Hamden. We will be back for their next home game in 3 weeks where they play North Haven. But as for tonight, once again, thank you everyone for listening. And I'm Tom. Once again, I'm Phineas Wright. I'm Phineas Wright, alongside with Tommy Berry. Sorry, sorry. I'm tired.
Yes. It's been a long night. All right. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a great night.